everyone. Today is July 31st, Fed Day, end of the month. And yesterday we had a bullish imbalance. My target was 55.40. We started selling right from the open, and we sold pretty much all day, and then we were able to test the low side of the range from a couple of ticks off of the previous week's low. And then after the earnings, we even got lower, but then overnight there was some news and some other earnings, and we started rallying, and we went all the way to the other side of the end. Remember, I always say I didn't make this up, but usually when we fail to break on one side of the range, then we visit the other side of the range, and that's what happened. Also, we had an outside day yesterday. See, we broke the high, we broke the low. Usually outside day that ends closes at the bottom, usually the next day.
I found this on the web for we broke the highway up outside the end. Check it out.
What the fuck? Alright. That was Siri talking. And I was saying that with the outside day closing at the low side, what happens usually is that we have a move on the other direction. Now we're breaking the 21 EMA, and we're trading above this low volume node, and so this area right here, we're gonna start to get in the gap if we break Wednesday's high. So breaking Wednesday's high targets the gap fill. There's some resistance here. I've been saying that the same for the past few days. 55.70, that's the low of this day right here and the low volume node. So if we start getting to the gap fill, look for some sellers to show up there, and then you can see that we have the monthly VWAP here at 78ish. And then if we are able to move through that, then we have the gap fill at 55.9375, and then the untested point of control is 56.10, 12, somewhere around there. If now we see some selling and we get below this low volume area, below yesterday's high, then I'm gonna be looking for a move inside this range. But keeping in mind that if you look at the overnight session, there's single prints here. There's one set here, one tiny set here, another one here. So I'm gonna be looking for some support in those areas. So first bounce would be off the highs from yesterday, and then in this single print at 55.07. If that doesn't hold, of course we're gonna attempt to test yesterday's value area high, which is at 54.82, but this area is gonna be choppy, so I'm not very interested in trading through here unless I see some momentum. So for now, the things are buying bounces in this, at least initially, because of how strong the overnight session has been, and because we are entering this upper range, and whoever was short here is going to get squeezed, and there's a likelihood that we fill the gap today. And then, make sure to be out by the time we have the Fed announcement, because then that could go anywhere. We could fill the gap and then come back all the way down here, or we can do whatever, right? Because it depends, not for the announcement, but unless they decide to do something drastic. But I don't think that's happening, and see what he says on the press conference. Maybe we have some volatility then. Okay, so that's about it for that. And for NQ, we also tested. Remember yesterday I said watch this area. If we break below the range, I was looking at this area, and that's exactly where we bounced. We had a lot of references here. If you watch my video from yesterday, that's exactly what I said. Then same thing overnight, we came through the other side of the range, but the gap fill, look how far it is. It's all the way up here for NQ. So NQ is still weaker. Still we have the 50 moving average here. We still have ways to go to catch up and to fill that gap. So still trading inside this range for NQ. Crude oil. Remember yesterday I said that it was a good spot to look for longs. We spent the whole session just balancing here with a very short range, and then overnight, boom, big range, hit that point of control at 77.20, and if we keep the up move, then look for this 78.20, and then the gap fill up here and a retest of the 200 daily moving average. Gold also hit the target that I mentioned yesterday at 24.54, and now it's moving up through that range, which I'm gonna turn off here the 90-day profile so you can see it more clearly. You see this is the range. This is the range. Hold on, somebody made a comment here. Let me see. What's the comment? More tension in the Middle East on oil that could disappear or get worse at any time. Yeah, oil, you gotta pay attention to news and to geopolitical stuff. That's why we get these huge moves. And it could retrace a lot of the moves. So what I was saying is that gold has this range now. It has let me see how many days since pretty much mid for 10 days almost. We have this. This is a balance zone. You can see that even though we had this big pullback, we came back into it. So now this is the range from 2480 to 2400. So any failure to come out of this range and get above this area, then we're gonna go back to the point of control, which is right now is at 2454. All right, what else? I think that's pretty much it. Good luck. And you can't see the profile. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see the? Yeah, you saw the crude and you saw NQ, but you didn't see the. Hold on, let me show you again. Apologize. Sometimes this thing gets out of whack. Okay, so that's the 2454 is the point of control, and the range is between 2400 and 20. I said 2480, but the low volume node here, it's important to watch at 2500. You didn't see crude either? Oh, you should have seen it. Let me see. Okay, there's crude. I was saying that yesterday was a good spot to look for longs, to start looking for longs, and then we got that move back to the point of control. But I think that's pretty much it. Let me see if we have. Oh, we also have crude inventories today. So I'm pending home sales, and then the FOMC rate statement at 2 p.m. and then Meta has earnings after market. All right. Good luck.